So with all the James Gunn, Dave Bautista things that have been said and going on, Dave Bautista recently said he wants to go back to the WWE. Well, that paints an interesting picture, right? So I've said it before, when talking about Dave Bautista. Hollywood, it's been alright for him. Guardians his biggest franchise, but what could he do outside of it? Well, let's say if Disney wants to fire him and he doesn't want to do Hollywood anymore, he just gets on the phone with Vince, asks for a limited contract, you know, like more than Brock Lesnar, more than like 6 matches a year, but not as big as some of the full-time guys like AJ or anything, right? He asks for maybe 50 dates a year. He cleans up a good $5 million a year without effort. It's always an option, right? Then he gets merchandise sales, royalties from other things. It's a good gig for him. And him with recently saying, yeah, I'd be interested in it. I'd want to go back to it. This starts to paint an interesting picture for the future of his character. Now, I'm not saying he's just outright done, but he's clearly testing the waters with how fans are reacting. And being real, wrestling would probably be less taxing on him. Shooting a movie, it's going to take like 6 months of your life, working every day like 10 to 15 hours a day. Wrestling, sure you have to travel and all that. You're wrestling what? 30 minutes a week? You get 50 appearances a year? That's a lot of money earned for, I guess, better, you know, just like lack of work, really. And it's not a bad gig for him at all. And certainly, there's been a demand for him. And I think he wants to know how much could he pull out of it. Because he could be one of those actors that, hey, I'll quit Hollywood for a bit, I'll go back to wrestling, I'll make a good, fine amount of money, you know, 3-year contract, $5 million a piece with merch sales, I'll come out with $20 million by the end of it, then I'll go back to Hollywood if there's something that needs me, I'll make a couple million here, then back to wrestling, then I'll retire, and I'll have a pile of money. It's not a bad idea, but I guess it all depends on his Marvel future, because that is his biggest franchise, so we'll see how this shakes out, but I would guess Royal Rumble or WrestleMania would probably be his big return. So let's keep an eye out on it, and we'll talk about it when the time comes.